So what you can see here is we've got the Bravo switchgear room. This is going to provide power for our feed pumps. In the case of the switchgear Bravo room, we have power for our Bravo feed pump, NPS ACB 28, and then we also have power for our Charlie feed pump. That's going to be taken care of by breaker number 29. Slowly moving over then, we'll go into the Alpha switchgear room, which, if you remember, Alpha switchgear room takes care of our Alpha pump, and that's going to be taken care of by breaker NPS ACB 12. This is different than the condensate pumps that we studied last time. Here we have the Bravo and Charlie taken care of by the same switchgear, and the Alpha is taken care of by only the Alpha switchgear. And those are our feed water strainers. Aren't they pretty? Now we're going to head down to turbine building 67-foot elevation, and we're going to go take a walk around all three of our feed pumps. As you can see here, we're coming up on feed pump Alpha right there. It's the first one that you approach coming from north to south. So we're all the way down at the other end of the building away from the elevator on the turbine building 67. There is our coolers. That's cooled by CCS, if you remember those, that we talked about that. And then we have our main pump in here. You can see our gear increaser pump there for a moment. And we have our main motor for feed water pump Alpha. Now moving over, we're going to look at some of our valves. The similarities between the pumps are exactly the same. They all have the same valves, they all have the same motors, they all have the same pumps, they have all the same support valves. But the only difference is whether or not they're called Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. So you're not going to find any major differences between any of the pumps. So here we've been looking at our oil pumps that we use to keep our pump running. And as you can see there, I put Alpha, Bravo, Charlie. Now we're going to take a walk on the plank. Or actually, I guess really it's a catwalk right there behind the Alpha and Bravo pumps. This is where we're going to find our feed reg valves and our level control valves to take care of the feed water that's going into the reactor. This is all maintained by the main control room. They're going to be ones taking care of how much water is going in. A lot of these valves don't really get touched once we start up the reactor and we get all the feed pumps running. But we do use them for tagouts and isolations as we go through. As you can see here, again, as always, there are head knockers. There's things that you can hit your hands on, you hit your side on, or your shins, or anything like that. So take care when you're walking down and around here. Remember, this is still an industrial environment, and we need to be careful, make sure that we go home in the same piece that we came into work in. Now we're going to go over and we're going to look at Bravo feed pump. Like I said earlier, there's really no difference between the feed pumps. Everything's laid out in exactly the same spots. Just with some slight configurations, just maybe due to a stanchion or a pillar or something like that. But you basically can go from one pump to the other, and you're going to find the same valves in the same spots. We're going to finish up our tour here with the Charlie feed pump. Not a whole lot different. The only difference is it's not connected to the other two on the same catwalk. It has its own little catwalk up there, but as you can see, the valves themselves, or the pumps themselves, are all pretty much exactly the same. So just moving around, we can check everything out, and we know exactly where we're going to be going, just a matter of whether or not we're going to Alpha, Bravo, or Charlie. Last things are our feed reg valve and our bypass and startup.
Hoist the colors high, heave ho, thieves and beggars, never shall we die.
We're no strangers.